Hi, this is Zora's number, right? I have something important to discuss.
Who is this?
This is Evelyn, a coworker of Steve. Sorry for contacting you out of the blue. I really need to talk to you.
Oh, so you're from his office. It's nice to know someone he works with. Did something happen to him? Since you're reaching out to me suddenly.
Can you please stop acting like you're already his wife? It's really awkward.
What? Aren't you contacting me because something happened to him at work?
He's fine. You're so ready to get married to him, I bet. But too bad. I'm the one who's going to marry him.
Okay. I just want to clarify, are you from his workplace?
Yes, I'm one of his assistants. I've been under him for the past 6 years. He's so down to earth, and he's wonderful both as a coworker and as a man. At first, we had a platonic relationship, but we've been seeing each other since last year.
Oh my God.
I contacted you today because I have a request. Please, break up with him right away and never appear in front of us again.
All right, I understand. Did you think I would say something like that? Do you even understand what you're asking? You got involved with someone else's man and are asking me to break up. It's ridiculous. Can you please stop making these weird jokes?
I would never joke about such things. We're in love. He loves me the most. The second best needs to leave him now.
Listen, we're getting married this weekend. You should know that since you're his assistant, right?
Of course. I'm going to take your wedding and fiancé. He's also well aware of this. So, can you accept reality now? You're dumped by him.
What the heck are you talking about?
He told me that it was time to end our relationship. He pronounced that we go back to being coworkers once he marries you. But I found out about my pregnancy just yesterday.
You're pregnant? Don't tell me the father is...
Yes, it's him. So I told him, expecting him to mention a termination. But he said something unexpected. I made up my mind, marry me and have the child. He really said it.
No way.
He told me he loved me the most and will build the warmest family in the world. So you see, Zora, can you please let him go? For the sake of the child that's about to be born, it needs the father. You're okay with becoming single from now on, right? You can easily find a new man. Please, give him to me, especially considering there's a new life growing inside me.
Wait a minute. I don't appreciate you bringing up something like this out of nowhere. He was really cheating. And with a coworker. He got you pregnant.
He's mine now. We're going to be a family.
Look, you might be satisfied with taking him away, but I'm left in a mess. Our wedding is this weekend, and now this? We can't have it in this situation for sure. I don't even know if I have enough time to cancel everything.
Oh, you're worried about the venue, right? Don't worry, he already informed them about the change in the bride.
What the?
He called them first in the morning. He told them that the bride had changed.
What? You're kidding.
He'll take care of explaining the situation to the guests and everything. So you don't need to worry. You don't have to do anything. Just let me have him and the venue. He's such a kind-hearted guy. He's still thinking about you even after dumping you. I will be happy with such an amazing guy and our child.
Oh God, this is unbelievable. Our wedding's in just 2 days, you know.
I'm terribly sorry, but please understand and accept this as fate. I'll make sure to give him a happy life.
Hey, Zora, I heard from Steve. What's this change in the bride about? I still can't grasp the situation, you know. I suddenly got a call from someone who said she was the new bride. Apparently, he was having an affair with a coworker.
What? He was having an affair?
That's right. I haven't had a chance to speak with him, but according to the woman, she's with a child.
A child?
So that means he's already starting a family with her, right? Or is it her child from a previous relationship? No, he's gotten her pregnant. She found out just recently.
Pregnant? Oh my God. Well done, my boy. He's as brilliant and amazing as his mother. I'm so proud of him.
Excuse me? Well done. This isn't something to be praised, you know.
Zara, I'm really sorry about him. I do feel sorry for you. But considering the baby on the way, he has an obligation to be a father. Can you please let him go?
Huh? Hold on. Do you mean to say you're accepting his infidelity? Oh, if a cute grandchild is on the way, there's nothing else to be done. Aw, I wonder if it's a boy or a girl. I'm so looking forward to it. Hello? I found out about the affair right before the wedding. Your son betrayed his fiancée, you know. What's wrong with you? Praising him and celebrating the pregnancy as if infidelity is okay?
Of course, it's unacceptable. I will speak to him about that. But cheating and the arrival of a child are separate issues, you know. To be honest, I wanted to see my grandchild sooner rather than later.
What?
You said you wanted to work more and weren't planning to start a family for a while, right?
Well, I did say something like that.
You know, I was actually disappointed about that. It's been my dream to go out with my adorable grandchild. So it was sad to realize that my dream won't come true anytime soon. But even though it might be considered insensitive at a time like this, I'm actually really happy about it. And my son is going to be a father. No matter what the situation, I have to support him as a mother. Moreover, as someone with child-rearing experience, a mother has to stand tall, no matter what happens. Being all flustered over something like infidelity is just no use.
Geez, are you really okay with that? Aren't you ashamed that your son's bride is a relationship wrecker?
I think it's perfectly fine. When I got in touch with Steve, he showed me a photo. She was a lovely girl.
What?
If a girl like that is going to be his wife, I wholeheartedly welcome her. She's cuter than you. I'm sure their baby's going to be super cute too.
You gotta be kidding me.
I can't stop smiling. I feel so lucky, you know. Steve regularly gives me the gift certificate for spa treatments. He's such a devoted son and even covered the renovation costs for my home the other day. Now I'm going to have a lovely daughter-in-law and a grandchild all at once.
Seriously? Hold on. Spa treatments and renovation costs? What are you talking about? I haven't heard anything about that from him.
Oh, yeah? You didn't know, huh? The amounts are quite significant. So I thought you two had discussed it together.
I have never heard about any of it.
Oops, then maybe he discussed it with the new bride. Well, I'm fine with it either way. If they are being dutiful and taking care of their parents, I'm happy with that.
New bride? Isn't it a bit too quick to accept all of this?
Zara, I feel bad for all the things you've been through, but the wedding is approaching. We need to be flexible. So I'm thankful for everything you've done for Steve until now. Now, go ahead and find yourself a new partner. Hey, girl. It was absolutely fantastic today. My wedding was a huge success, and everyone had a blast.
That's good to hear. I'm glad that there were people who celebrated my stolen wedding. I can't believe they don't even question a sudden change in the bride.
Hey, don't be sour grapes. It's ruining my good mood. I know you might be jealous, but can you please stop?
Then can you please stop contacting me? Does it make sense to you to come and bother me after telling me to never appear in front of you again?
Today is a special day. Since you're in a miserable state, I came to share some of my happiness with you.
Jeez, who's miserable? I don't know who you're talking about.
It must be the worst day of your life as your fiancé and wedding were taken away from you. But I'm feeling over the moon and I came to share my happiness with you. First, I'll send you some fun pictures and videos from today.
No, thank you. Please don't send me anything.
Oh, come on. You must be itching to know what happened. You wanted our wedding to be a disaster, right? Well, too bad. We were congratulated by our relatives and friends, and it was a really joyous day. I'm sorry that you're miserable, though.
Can you not assume my feelings and get all excited like that? Of course, I had no ill wish for your wedding. It's more like I don't care.
Oh, please. I bet you did wish a bit. Anyway, I made the arrangements in advance so that everyone would congratulate me. If I mentioned I was pregnant, they had no choice but to celebrate, right?
You really have some nerve, huh?
By the way, Steve told me I was the most beautiful bride in the world. Technically, it should have been you. I'm really sorry for being happy while you're not.
You seem to be in such high spirits. After doing what you did, do you really think you'll be happy from now on?
Of course we will! Everyone congratulated us and it was the best day ever. I'll build a loving, happy family with him from now on.
Even though it's the beginning of a hellish ride.
What?
You're probably feeling on top of the world right now. But brace yourself. I'll make sure you fall to the lowest point in no time.
Hold on. Don't say such a scary thing out of nowhere. What do you mean by hellish ride? Don't frighten me.
Well, I have to go now. Best of luck with him so that you can spend the rest of your life happily ever after.
Hey, this is definitely your doing, isn't it? Steve suddenly transferred to a branch office in the countryside. Such a demotion. It has to be your doing.
Oh, really?
And I lost my job, you know. They made it look like I retired on my own will. But they suddenly pressured me into it. Isn't it practically the same as being fired?
Oh my. How unfortunate for the newlywed to start off like this. Well, starting a new life in the countryside in a relaxed environment might not be so bad, you know. That way, the child can grow up freely, right?
Stop being optimistic. I absolutely hate the idea of living in the countryside with no entertainment. All of this is your fault. You were saying some crazy stuff about a hellish ride.
True, but I don't have the power to demand your demotion or dismissal. It was entirely your company's judgment.
Unbelievable that all of this happened just because of wrecking your engagement. What the heck did you say to our bosses? What gives you the right to do something like this?
I didn't say anything, and I have no right to intervene. However, the subcontracting company received a stern message from the head of its best client. So the company has to issue some form of punishment for this matter, you know.
What are you talking about? The head of the best client?
Yeah, but let me make it clear. It wasn't me. I'm just his daughter. I have no connection with your company whatsoever.
Oh my God.
You are all happy to be congratulated on your marriage. But don't forget that there are people who are enraged about it behind the scenes. After all, a marriage by conquest involves that kind of thing.
Wait, hold on. Are you serious? What the? You're the daughter of the head of the best client? Are you telling me that you're the daughter of an important figure?
I am indeed. Obviously, Steve knew about this whole thing.
What? Seriously? So you're saying he knew about...
I got a message from him first thing in the morning. He was ready to accept the punishment, and he was relieved it didn't end worse. He wanted me to thank my dad for being lenient.
Oh my God.
He told you, right? He made up his mind. Let's get married. He had already prepared himself for this.
No way. I had no idea. Why didn't he tell me?
Maybe he thought that the woman he was going to throw away wouldn't have any relevance to you. Betrayal is unforgivable, but I can appreciate his integrity.
Wait a sec, what do you mean? So, his resolution was about that? Not about leaving you and marrying me?
It was about being mentally prepared for what would happen. Taking responsibility for his actions and not running away is a good quality, even though cheating is despicable. So I wish you happiness.
Happiness? But he's shipped off to the countryside, and I lost my job. How are we supposed to be happy? I hate the thought of living poor in the middle of nowhere. What am I going to do?
I don't know and don't care. So long. What's going on, Zora? What's this invoice for the wedding expenses? Oh, that. Well, my parents had temporarily covered for his share, so I'm sending it to recoup that cost. I initially planned to ask him to pay it back in installments after the wedding, but since the money was used for something else, I had to send the invoice immediately.
Huh?
When I checked with him, he said he was about to head to his new assignment immediately, so he asked to send it to your house for the time being. Hold on. What do you mean your parents covered his share? It sounds like he had no savings. That's correct. So he had to go to them and ask for their help. No. The plan was to split the wedding costs evenly, but he kept sending money to you and didn't have any left. So he had to get a loan. No way! That sounds like a lie. Steve's supposed to... Getting spa treatments regularly? Paying for the renovation of your house so he's a devoted son? He just seems like a show-off. It was just to please you. He's an idiot who spent all his savings just to make a good impression. Is that so? So this invoice, could it be that I... Of course. He will be responsible for paying it. I sent it to him. Why are you snooping around and reading the mail in the first place? That's so intrusive. It's addressed to him from you. Of course I would be curious. Whatever, it's none of my business. Please be sure to keep that invoice. Once he's settled down, please forward it to him. I don't need you to tell me that. But Zora, just to confirm, you only sent it here because you had no other option, right? He's the one who should pay for it. It has nothing to do with me, correct? Well, for now it doesn't concern you. But if he asks you for a loan, then you'll become a related party, I suppose. Oh... What are you saying? It seems like he'll face a pay cut for some time at his new job. With no savings and no one else to rely on except you, I wouldn't be surprised if he asks you for help. Now that the facade of the devoted son's gone, I'm sure he'll rely on you without hesitation. Then you'll have to help him out since you've been pampered by him all along. Oh no. Of course, there's no obligation for me to split the cost of that wedding, so I've billed him the full amount. It was written here, right? The total is $30,000. You're kidding, right? $30,000 is such a huge sum. Oh, just to make sure, there was another invoice in there, right? Please keep it together as well. Another one? Oh no, there wasn't? I'm billing him for $20,000 as compensation for the infidelity and breaking off the engagement 2 days before the wedding. I hope you haven't thrown that away. $20,000? Oh yes, there's another paper. Phew, that's great. So it's a total bill of $50,000 then. I don't think he has the ability to pay it, so maybe you can lend a hand? Lend a hand? I have nothing to offer. But it's for the sake of your devoted son, you know. His debt was just to show you how good he was. So please, I'm counting on you.
I'm giving him back to you, so please, spare us the $50,000.
Oh, you've already heard, huh? I don't intend to spare you guys. Please make the payment. Please stick to the due date and pay promptly.
That's impossible. We don't have that much savings. Besides, we need the money for the baby.
But you see, this and your baby are unrelated. If you don't have money, how about humbling yourself and asking your parents for help?
What? What did you just say to me?
Huh? I said, if you don't have money, how about humbling yourself and asking your parents for help? Oops, I wasn't thinking. They found out about the affair and cut ties with you immediately. Among the people I've heard of recently, they were the only decent ones.
It's all your fault. I lost my job because of you. Steve's transferred far away and my parents have disowned me. Everything's in chaos because of you.
I'm happy to know that you're smoothly descending into hell. Have you learned your lesson from pursuing an affair? Well, it's too late to regret now.
I'm done with all this. I'm returning Steve to you, so please forgive me.
What about the child? Are you planning to raise it on your own?
I'll figure something out. Like you, I'm young and cute. I'll find a new husband in no time. Mind your own business.
Oh, by any chance, are you planning to run back to your ex-boyfriend, the one you were two-timing with? I heard he's a top lawyer.
How did you find out about that?
I looked him up to make sure you sunk into hell. I met him in person to discuss everything.
No.
When I told him what happened, he said you suddenly broke up with him, but it was for the best. He seemed really happy. He even mentioned that the head of the law firm is introducing his daughter to him. He's ready to move on now. He said he's cutting ties with a two-timing relationship wrecker like you and starting a happy life with a sensible woman.
Wait! This can't be true. My second choice. He was my backup plan in case.
What do you mean by your second choice when you're already with a child?
You can easily deceive someone about having a child, right? This is just unbelievable. Now I have no one to rely on. It's your fault. Why did you do this to me?
I told you. Be prepared for the hellish ride. Well then, good luck with your happy married life. As expected, Steve approached his mother Naomi for a $50,000 loan. However, she couldn't afford to pay and refused. He pressured her about all the things he had paid for. Eventually, she had to let go of the house she had just renovated in order to cooperate with the payment. He then took a solo transfer to a regional branch office while Evelyn's living in a cheap apartment with Naomi. After giving birth, she was blamed for the zero savings that was used to pay me and was immediately sent to work. On top of that, she's responsible for housework, so I've heard she's physically and mentally exhausted. On the other hand, I've had a new encounter with a nice guy, and we're currently in a relationship with marriage in mind.
How do you like my dress? Seeing your daughter in a wedding dress for the first time in 10 years must be very touching. I'm not only impressed, but I'm also baffled. You sent me your picture out of blue without a word. You're the daughter who abandoned her mother 10 years ago. I'm not interested in seeing you in your dress at all. What? What's up with your cold attitude? I went to the trouble and sent a photo for you. You're my biological mother, and is that all you can say? You can even say congratulations, or I'm so happy for you. No kind words from you? Is it your costume or something? Are you really going to get married? Of course I'm getting married. The dress is fitting for the wedding. I'm selecting the dress now for my wedding next month. Oh, even a girl who abandons her mother can get married. What does that supposed to mean? That's exactly what your daughter and your husband dumped you. I sent photo to Nicole and she immediately replied me with a great review. She even said, "That's my daughter. You're the most beautiful girl in the world." She sounds more like my real mom. You guys are getting along better than I thought. I bet you're jealous. I'm much closer to her than to my real mother. Dad is still an elite rank with his head of the management role. And he pampers me and treats me so well. Nicole is a model and she is beautiful as always. And I'm so proud of her. We are a successful family and we get along so well. What a difference from a time when a short and funny woman was with us. A successful family, huh? A husband cheating with the wife's sister and a daughter who gets so attached to people like that. You are a despicable family who had fun kicking me out. No matter what you say, you sound like a loser. If you are so frustrated, you should try to live a happier life than us. I know you can even do that. Excuse me? Well then, That's the end of the wedding report from your lovely daughter. Since I went out of the way to tell you, you should at least send me a congratulatory gift. Even though you abandoned me, you're still my birth mother. I expect to receive a certain amount of monetary gift from you.
Hey Kenny, you still haven't told Lena about her real mother. She still thinks I'm her biological mom.
What?
She just told me that she's getting married. She's telling me to send her a congratulatory gift because she thinks I'm her real mom. What is this all about? You promised me to tell her the truth after we broke up, right?
Oh, no. It's just that there's a lot going on now. I was waiting for the right timing, and the time just flew by.
Don't make excuses. Just tell her everything. Lena and I are not blood related. She's the child of the woman who you cheated with. I've been so generous that I forgave you and raised her as if she's my own. She's get married soon, so if you keep it from her any longer, you'll be in big trouble.
I know. I've been meaning to tell her for a while now.
Just to be sure, you've already told my sister Nicole, right? You said you were going to tell them everything.
It's another story, but I haven't been able to tell them for some reason.
I can't believe you haven't told them anything important. I don't want anything to do with you guys anymore. You better tell them everything as soon as possible for my sake.
Hey sis, you got the invitation to Lena's wedding, right? I haven't heard back from you at all. But of course you're going to attend, right?
Of course not. I'm not going.
What?
I'm a complete stranger now. What makes you think I should attend? I have nothing to do with this wedding.
That's a terrible thing to say. You are Lena's birth mom.
What?
Lena told you about the wedding, didn't she? So I decided to be nice to you and invite you to her wedding. Aren't you happy now that you're invited to your daughter's wedding?
Hold on a second. You haven't heard anything from Kenny yet?
Hear what? Oh, you already told Kenny that you're not coming to the wedding or something? I won't accept your absence. I'll make sure you'll be there, Melissa. Otherwise, we won't have enough money.
What do you mean?
Actually, they've gone way over the budget for the wedding. That's why we need your help as Lena's birth mother. I'd appreciate it if you could give us roughly $10,000 in cash for a congratulatory gift.
Huh? $10,000 for a wedding gift?
The groom's parents are paying for the entire wedding. So all we have to do is pay for Lena's dress, but it's going to cost a lot of money. Lena wants to change during the reception and wear the 3 dresses. They're all popular brands, so it's going to cost us $30,000 just for the dress.
Then she'll just have to wear fewer dresses or lower the rank of the dresses.
No, we can't do that. It's Lena's wedding. As her parents, we want to spend as much as we can. So please, sis, for the sake of your lovely daughter, please help us out.
What?
Lena has almost no savings, so we have no choice but to pay for it. But as you can imagine, $30,000 is just too much. So we want you to chip in $10,000. We will cover the rest.
Don't be silly. I won't pay a penny.
Why are you being so mean? I'm offering to let you attend your own daughter's wedding. $10,000 for a congratulatory gift is a small price to pay for that. You weren't supposed to be invited to begin with.
I don't even want to be invited. I will not be going to celebrate that girl's wedding, even if you ask me to.
Goodness, I don't know why you have to be so bitter. It's the wedding of your daughter, who you actually gave birth to. What mother wouldn't want to be with her daughter on her emotional day? Even if she kicked you out, and even if she's so attracted to me now.
Stop with your silliness already. I have told you many times, I have no feelings for her anymore. I don't care about the wedding. I don't even want to give her the wedding gift.
I know you'll be there, even if you say so. It's your daughter's special day. I'll see you at the wedding then. I'll be sitting where the bride's mom should be, but I'll save a special seat for you. If you're the mother, you better bring $10,000.
In that case, I will tell Lena's real mother then.
What?
I will forward this invitation to her real birth mother, and I will tell her about the wedding gift. That would make you happy, right?
What do you mean her real mother? What are you talking about? You're Lena's biological mother. She is you and Kenny's daughter.
No, I just raised her as if she was my own child. Well then, I'm going to call your model friend, Sarah. I will tell her that she can attend her daughter's wedding.
Huh? Wait a minute. What does anything have to do with Sarah?
Because she's Lena's birth mother. I'm sure she'll be delighted. It's the wedding of the child she gave birth to after carrying her for 9 months. What mother wouldn't want to be there, right?
What? Wait. I don't get it. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I know. It must be really confusing you. That's why I told Kenny to tell you the truth as soon as possible. I wonder if he was planning to continue to keep it a secret.
Please, sis. Explain to me again what's going on. You're not Lena's birth mother?
No, I'm not. I think it was about 2 years after we got married. Kenny suddenly brought a newborn baby home. He said that his girlfriend gave birth to the baby, and he asked me if we could raise her together.
What?
I was astonished and completely lost my words. And of course, I was heartbroken that he cheated on me. But the newborn baby was so cute and innocent. I still clearly remember how my mind was taking a roller coaster ride that day. Anyways, in the end, I decided to forgive him for my generosity. I made my mind that I will make a happy family with 3 of us.
You got to be kidding! Taking someone as baby while you were still newlywed?
I've raised her for many years with determination and love. But Kenny cheated on me again. And this time, it was with my own sister. Not only that, Lena chose to leave me and went along with you guys. The day when we got divorced, I wasn't even angry or mad. I was just so sad.
Wait a minute! When did you find out that Lena was daughter of my best friend? From the story you just told me, it sounds like you've never met her.
No, I never met her. Kenny was very stubborn about not letting me meet her. Besides, according to Kenny, she ran away right after the baby was born.
What? She ran away?
That's why I didn't know about her real mother until recently. But the other day, Lena sent me a picture of herself in a dress at the fitting. I somehow recognize her face now that she's so grown.
What?
Kenny is so reluctant to tell you guys the truth, right? So I thought there must be something to do this. And I did some research. That's how I finally figured it out. Lena's mother is your best friend.
You're kidding, right? Are you telling me the truth? Is it really my best friend, Sarah?
I confronted her and questioned her. And I got her to confess.
What?
Sarah was very surprised too. She had messed around with a married man and had a baby with him in the past, but she didn't think it was your sister's husband. It's like she has nothing to do with it anymore now, that so many years have passed.
I can't believe this! I can't believe Lena is not your real daughter. So that means she's not related to me either. Instead, my best friend is her real mother?
You know how they say birds of a feather flock together? That's exactly what it is. You guys both stole husband for me. You're perfect for each other. No wonder you two are best friends.
You got to be kidding me! Do you know how panicked I am right now?
Then take your time to consume. Well then, I'm going to call Sarah. I hope she brings $10,000 for Lena's wedding.
Why did you tell her everything? How much trouble do you think we're in now because of you?
Huh?
Nicole was so pissed off that she went on rampage and started breaking things in the house. Lena is in shock, and then she suddenly screams. It's a real chaos in the house.
That's because you kept putting it off. You should have confessed to them sooner.
Oh, you're saying it's my fault.
You're the only one to blame. That's more of a reaction than I expected. I know it's shocking, but I didn't expect it to be such drama.
Nicole and Lena were very close. Nicole can't seem to get over that and was her best friend. Lena is also heartbroken that she's not blood related to Nicole.
Yeah, Lena did say that they're close like a real mother and a daughter. That's probably why her emotional damage was bigger.
I really don't know what to do. I'm trying to calm them both down, but I seem to drive them even more upset. No matter how much I try to comfort them, they're both more pissed off. They've been telling me not to touch them, not to talk to them, not to look them in the eye.
Oh wow, they really hate you now.
Help me out, Melissa. Can you do something about it?
I don't give a shit. You've been fooling around all these years. You're the one who caused all of this to be happened. You're on your own. Don't ever drag me into your problem again.
What am I supposed to do? We might be in debt if we don't do something.
Huh? In debt? I don't know why, but we're facing one problem after another.
It's all Kenny's fault. Lena is still in shock. She hasn't come out of her room since then. She said she wasn't ready to get married and called off her engagement.
Oh no.
Lena said even though you're not blood related to her, you've raised her all these years. She's starting to regret leaving you. She's in a lot of shock and still struggling to sort out her feelings.
I feel sorry for her fiancé too. He didn't do anything wrong, and suddenly his engagement is broken off.
I feel sorry for myself too. Actually, Lena's fiancé is Kenny's acquaintance. He's the son of Kenny's business partner.
What?
And now, the engagement was called off suddenly. They are pretty upset and it's really bad. They're very angry, claiming that it's a very selfish decision to break the engagement.
Oh dear.
There are so many problems. They are claiming for compensation, which they're assuming a certain good amount. He also wants his wedding expense back in full. They're already asking for a refund on what we paid for the wedding.
Well, why don't you just give it back? If we cancel, we get the wedding fee back, right?
Only 20%!
What?
I checked with the wedding venue, and they say it's too last minute to get a full refund. As per the contract, the cancellation fee is 80% of the wedding fee. Only 20% will be returned. We will only get $16K back out of $80K. We have to prepare everything else and pay back Lena's fiancé and his family.
Oh no, that's a lot of money.
So please help us. Please. Please lend us some money, even if just a little bit.
Why should I? I got nothing to do with your problems. You should ask Sarah for help.
She's gone. She abandoned the baby years ago, and she doesn't want anything to do with us anymore. She completely cut contact with me. I haven't heard from her since. She even stopped being friends with me after so many years.
You've lost your best friend, huh? I feel sorry for you too.
If you're going to feel sorry for me, at least lend me some money. If I don't do anything about it, it might affect Kenny's job. I mean, I'm still messed up in the head too. I'm trying so hard to do my best in the situation. You could at least help me out a little.
Absolutely not. I do feel sorry for you, but you stole my husband and daughter. To me, you're the worst kind of woman. I would never help you out. Ever.
No!
I'm not Kenny's wife anymore, or Lena's mother. I'm a total stranger now. Not even related to you by blood or by the family register. Don't drag me into your mess.
Wait, sis, don't be so cold. I will apologize to you. I'll have Kenny and Lena apologize to you too.
Oh, by the way, can I ask you to tell Lena something for the one last time?
What, to Lena?
Please tell Lena. I know it's hard, but she's not alone. She has a successful family on her team, so good luck. Take care. Oh, also, tell the maid culprit Kenny I said hi.
Lena's engagement was officially called off.
Kenny and his family had to pay more than $100,000 to her fiancé and his family, including compensation and wedding expenses. All of their savings were gone,
And they even had to sell their car to make money. They also had to borrow money to cover the shortage.
As for their family, Nicole became suspicious of Kenny that he might cheat on her. She wears a very scary look on her face every day, and it is hard to imagine that she was once a model.
Lena quit her job and completely shut herself in a room. Nicole and Lena now disdain Kenny. He is ignored at home, and he is living miserably in hell.
How did you like my dress unveiling party today? It was so beautiful that everyone was speechless. Since all the people there were simpletons, my creamy white dress looked stunning. Molly. Oh, wow! The plain girl finally responded. I can't believe that someone like you is the sister-in-law of someone beautiful and elegant like me. Me either. Today was my mother's funeral. I can't believe that someone would wear a pure white dress and sparkling jewelry to a funeral, and then go on to say she's going to a party. I don't even want to think of you as my sister-in-law. It's beyond common sense. Oh, not this. Resentment? Excuse me? You're jealous of my beauty because you're a plain, ugly woman who's not even in my league. You're not the only one. Everyone in your family is plain and ugly. Even your dead mother is at the bottom of the face deviation scale. But you had a gorgeous, beautiful woman like me at your funeral. It must have been an honor for those of you who come from humble and ugly families. Everyone looked kind of bitter. I looked beautiful in my dress, didn't I? Everyone is really pissed off at you. We all wanted to send my mother off quietly, wholeheartedly and politely. And then it became your fashion show. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. What? How old are you now? What? What does that have to do with anything? Just tell me. I'm 29. Oh my God, 29? What's so funny? You're 29 years old, you don't have a clue about social common sense, and you're pathetically jealous. Huh? You know what? It's a miracle that a plain, ugly family like yours could be related to our gorgeous family. It's a real mystery why Kellen, a handsome and well-educated man, chose a woman like you. It's probably just a passing fancy. You'll get divorced in the near future. No, we won't. You will. No matter what Kellen says, I'll make sure you get divorced. You guys should at best live your lives as my supporting role. Even today, you were all dressed in all black. You were all wearing all black today to complement my pure white dress, weren't you? That's not why. It was to express our condolences to my mother. My mother and I don't live our lives to make you look good. That's what you're living for. You are only supporting characters. Only beautiful women like me and handsome, well-educated men like Kellen can play the leading roles in your lives. You're less than extras, but you're so uppity. You think you're an actor? It's more impudent of you to come to a funeral in a dress. Even your pride and joy, Kellen, is upset with your attitude today. You came dressed in an unthinkable way, and afterwards, you bragged about your jewelry and talked to a young man without any consideration for the memory of the individual. He said he doesn't know what you were trying to do and that you must be out of your mind. He's really pissed off. Kellen is being deceived by you. I don't know what kind of tricks you're using to blind him. I'll make sure he opens his eyes. When Kellen comes to his senses, he'll tell you he's divorcing you. And then, he'll praise me for how beautiful I look in my dress. Where do you get your confidence from? Because he's my brother. A bottom-feeding family like yours has no use except to make us look good. Marriages, funerals, and all the other things you do are ridiculous. I'm sure even Kellen will realize that. Oh, is that so? You're not going to retract that statement, are you? Do I have to retract it? I just said the truth. You're gonna be sorry. You're the one who's going to be sorry. You'll be sorry you ever challenged me, idiot. Good morning. Are you feeling okay? Yesterday was a bit of a shock, but I'm fine now. I see. That's good. Your family is still mad, aren't they? I'm really sorry too. You had to go through that. No, it's not your fault. They're all still pretty angry, and I think that's justified. I told everyone that you rushed to your parents' house to protest. They're saying that out of all the members of that insane family, you're the only one that, well... I see. But I don't think I'm going to be able to do much about it. How did Molly turn out to be such a crazy person? Even if your parents get angry at her? No, even my parents are on Molly's side. What? Were your parents that difficult to talk to? I only met them a few times, but I didn't get that impression. You know that Molly and I are not related by blood, right? She's my stepmother's daughter, and I'm my father's son. My stepmother has always loved Molly so much, she's never scolded her. Dad is also completely under my stepmother's thumb, and he can't assert himself. They say Molly is at an age where she wants to dress stylishly, so what's wrong with that? Besides, just participating in the funeral is commendable enough. Complaining about her appearance is narrow-minded, and so on. With statements like these, everyone except me is defending Molly. She's at an age when she wants to dress up, but she's not in high school. Molly's 36 this year. I can't believe your parents are still protecting her at that age. More than being protected, it's like being overly dependent. Yet, despite that, her pride is surprisingly high. She even pressured me to get a divorce, and it's really exhausting. Oh, of course, I firmly rejected the idea of getting a divorce, okay? I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about the fact that you flew back to your hometown right after the funeral yesterday. You haven't had any time to rest. Thanks for worrying about me. You're right. I haven't slept much. I was listening to my parents and Molly's messed up story, and I started to feel sick. I had to get out of the house for a while. Well, now I understand what's going on, so take it easy and come home. I'll be waiting for you. Thanks. We'll talk about how to handle Molly and the others when I get back. Hey, Simply Ugly. Come to this address now. What, Molly? Is this address a wedding hall? Yes, because today is my wedding. A wedding? That's very sudden. You can come on short notice, can't you? You commoners must have a lot of free time anyway, right? Well, my relatives are getting together today for a barbecue. Oh, well, that's perfect. Bring all your plain-looking relatives to my wedding. The beautiful bride and groom will be more attractive if there are many plain-faced attendees. Even if you say so, I can't go. Some of the people with me now say it's the first they've heard of it, and it's too sudden. What are you laughing at? If you hear this, you'll want to come to the ceremony. You don't have Kellen at your gathering, do you? No. He's absent because he has some business he can't miss. That's a lie. What? Kellen will attend my wedding. As the groom, in fact. Groom? Huh? But you two are brother and sister, right? It's wrong for you to get married. Me and Kellen are siblings who are not blood related. We're a beautiful man and a beautiful woman. A perfect couple. But Kellen would never agree to such a thing. There must be a mistake. You're an idiot. Of course Kellen agreed. I opened up Kellen's eyes about being deceived by you. Then, he fell in love with me. Wow, I'm such a sinful woman. To begin with, Kellen is my husband. I wouldn't just let him go and get married. Kellen said he's divorcing you, and he complimented me on how beautiful I looked in my dress. See? I was right, wasn't I? There's no way. Too frustrated to accept it? But you won't be able to say that after seeing the wedding, will you? I'll invite all of your simpleton relatives to the wedding. I understand. There are 12 of us, so we'll all go now. Oh, you're so understanding. It's good to admit defeat. I'll be waiting for you. What's going on? Kellen won't marry me. And what's with you guys dressed like that? Jeans and t-shirts? Of course, right? No, it's not right. What do you mean you're attending a wedding in t-shirts? You wore a fancy dress to my mother's funeral, so I dressed according to your common sense. Only you and your parents were dressed in pure white, and you looked very out of place. And what does that mean? Before I knew it, Kellen had changed into jeans. Security guards came in with you guys and stopped us in the middle of the ceremony. What's going on? I guess the reason the security guards came in was because the ceremony hall was being used without permission. In order to get me and Kellen divorced, you threatened a friend of the staff of the ceremony hall and snuck in. I can't believe you tried to have a wedding with your brother, even though you're not blood related. It's so insane, it's almost funny. Don't you realize that it's crazy to think it would work? I mean, I didn't want Kellen to be taken away by you, the plain, ugly one. Kellen wouldn't even take my side about your mother's funeral. Even when I told him to divorce you, he wouldn't take me seriously. So I had no choice but to take him away any way I could. Halfway through, Kellen was on board and I thought it was going to work out. That was just a facade, of course. He was just trying to make you pay for your sins by going along. What do you mean, my sins? I didn't do anything wrong. My mother's funeral was too insane, but it wasn't enough to charge you with a crime. But now there is a clear charge of trespassing on the ceremony site. And the dress you're wearing? It probably belongs to someone else who is having a ceremony in the near future, right? I don't think it's a good idea to wear it without permission. What? You all deceived me? And what are you talking so high and mighty about? You and Kellen are in on it, and it's terrible. I've put Kellen in the hardest role of all, but he did it for me because of what happened at my mother's funeral. What's that supposed to mean? In outdoor clothes, together with the security personnel, we headed towards you. Kellen was buying us time in order for us to tell you that you will die socially. We could have just had you arrested, but that didn't seem like it would be enough for my mother's relatives, who were infuriated about the funeral being ruined. I felt a little better when I saw you in such a distraught state of helplessness. Huh? What the hell? Because of you, the wedding hall is asking me to pay compensation. They threatened to call the police if I couldn't pay in one lump sum. Kellen also said never to talk to him again and blocked me. It's your fault. It's the fault of your simple family. You have to do something. No can do. If you suffer, it may bring a little relief to my mother. After that, we cut ties with Molly and her in-laws. The following week, we moved out of the house and completely severed all ties. I heard that Molly and her parents bowed down and got them to accept the compensation for the wedding hall and the wedding dress in installments. This incident triggered an outburst of anger from his father, who had been at his wife's beck and call. He was so angry with Molly and her sweet mother that he divorced her mother and moved out of the house. Molly and her mother, who were deadbeats, had no choice but to work. They have had to pay back Molly's compensation and have been living in extreme poverty.
Serena, are you already asleep? Sorry, I missed the last train. I'll stay at a business hotel near the office.
Tatum, you finally finished work? Rough day, huh?
Serena, you're awake.
I thought you'd be coming home, so I prepared dinner. I don't blame you for working late, but if you're going to be late, you should let me know.
Yeah, sorry. I've been really busy at work. I didn't have time to check my phone, so...
Is work that busy?
Yeah, especially because it's the busiest season of the year. A guy under me made a huge mistake. I'm trying to clean up the mess.
I see. That's tough.
If I handle this right, it'll improve my standing with the boss. I might even get a raise, so I'm gonna do my best to take care of it.
You'll be back in the morning, right?
No, I'm going straight to the office. I need to get into the office early tomorrow morning.
You're working on your day off? You're really a hard worker.
Oh, by the way, you said you were meeting up with your high school friends tomorrow, right?
Yep. We're gonna have lunch and then go shopping. We're going out for dinner too, but if you're coming home, I'll finish up early and make dinner, okay?
No, I'll be late tomorrow. You go hang out with your friends and stretch your wings.
Yeah? Okay. Then I'll take you up on that. Well, I'm going to bed. I'm sure you're tired too, so get some rest.
Oh, okay. Good night.
Good night.
My wife is so gullible.
How was it, Tatum? Is it true that your wife won't be there tomorrow?
Yeah, she'll be gone all afternoon. Now we can see each other again tomorrow.
Yay! I'm looking forward to going to your house. But is it true that your wife doesn't know? She's too naive. It worries me.
She doesn't know at all. She's so obtuse, you know what I mean? She thinks I worked so late I missed the last train today.
No way! When actually, you're coming home on time to have a rendezvous with me. Dinner at a restaurant with a night view, then making out at a hotel? You've never given your wife such a nice date present, have you?
Of course not. You're the only one I love.
Oh, baby, I'm so happy. Hey, why don't you just divorce a woman like that and hurry up and be my husband? I've been saying that for a while.
Well, don't be in such a hurry. I've just been keeping her around because she's a handy housekeeper. Don't worry, I'll divorce her soon.
Hurry up, okay? I can't wait.
Yeah, I promise. For now, we'll stay at the hotel tonight. Tomorrow, we'll have fun at my place, you and me.
Who was that woman? What were you two doing in her house? Answer me.
What woman? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't play dumb with me. When I came home, you were in bed with a young woman making out with her. And when I came in, both of you rushed out the door without your coats on. And I found the woman's coat still in the bedroom. Do you think you can get away with this after getting caught in the act?
Damn it, why? I thought you were going out to dinner with your friends today. Why did you come home so early?
I've been suspicious of you for a while, so I told you a lie about my plans and came home early. I'm surprised you fell for it.
How did you find out? I was trying to make sure you never would.
There are no absolutes in this world. I heard you lied about working late every day and went out with girls. A friend of mine from high school happened to know the girl you were having an affair with. She said, Isn't that Serena's husband she's with? She sent me a picture of you guys having dinner at the restaurant with a night view.
What?
Kayla Sussman. I heard she's an employee of your business partner. Ah, there's a woman's brand bag on the floor. I checked her driver's license, so I'm sure. Miss Sussman seemed to be in a great hurry to leave her valuables behind. Maybe because she knew you were married and having an affair?
Damn. How did you even...
Also, I checked with your company. And when I did, it's more of a quiet season right now. Your section chief told me you go home on time every day.
Oh yeah? So what?
Excuse me?
What's wrong with me being a little unfaithful?
What are you talking about? I have a big problem with it.
I'd rather go for a pretty young girl than a dull, ugly hag like you.
Hag? You and I are the same age. You cheated on me and now you're acting like nothing ever happened. You're disgusting.
Everything you've said so far is just hearsay, right? That doesn't prove I'm cheating on you.
I have proof.
What?
I put a hidden camera in our bedroom this morning. I have every single detail of what you and your lover were doing in the bedroom on camera. I didn't watch it because it's just too creepy. I mean, what more proof do you need?
Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? What's with the hidden camera? That's voyeurism.
I just have a camera in my own house.
Delete the data now.
Sorry, but I'll submit this evidence to my lawyer.
What? A lawyer?
I heard you said at the restaurant, I'm divorcing my wife and marrying Kayla. I'll divorce you as you wish. You'll have to pay me a lot of alimony, though.
Alimony? Wait a minute. Don't take that seriously. I'm not marrying her. That was just sweet talk.
Shut up. I'll take all the compensation I can get from you and from your lover. You two debtors can live your life licking each other's wounds. After that, my husband and his mistress came back to pick up their personal belongings. They got down on their knees and apologized to me at the door. I never forgave them, and with the camera footage as evidence, I consulted a lawyer. I convinced both of them that they had to pay compensation. It seems that their company found out about the affair and divorce. Kayla resigned from her job because it became difficult for her to stay at the company. But Tatum, while having fingers pointed at him behind his back, continued to work to pay off both his and Kayla's compensation fees. It was discovered that Kayla was having a relationship with another man. Now, it seems to be developing into a more chaotic situation.
Hi, Nadine. Why are you not here yet?
Hi, Lisa. What are you talking about?
This is why I can't stand my useless daughter-in-law. Skipping out on a promise with me.
I'm sorry, but I really don't remember any promises. What are you referring to?
I asked you to drive me to the movie theater to meet my friend, remember? We've got just 5 minutes until the meeting time, and you're still not here. You're gonna make my friend wait too. What in the world are you thinking?
Oh, that thing. But sorry, as I mentioned yesterday, I could give birth any day now, so driving is difficult for me.
Oh, God, don't be so spoiled. You can still drive a car even if you're pregnant. Stop with the excuses and just get here already.
I can't.
Jeez.
It's almost time for the baby to arrive, you know. Right now, my body and the baby in my belly are the most important things. And besides, my car isn't available during the day.
Oh my! What kind of daughter-in-law are you? Thinking you're more important than your husband's mother. And you're saying you don't care if my friend and I can't catch a movie.
I said the car isn't available during the day.
I've been looking forward to the movie with my favorite actor for ages. It's gonna start soon if we don't hurry.
Then use public transportation like a bus or take a taxi if you're in such a rush.
My legs are not in good shape, so it's hard for me to walk to the bus stop. Just come quickly.
No, I will not. I'm not at home anyway.
What? You are not gallivanting around, are you?
No, I'm at the obstetrician's for a checkup today.
You should put that aside. Your doctor's office is near the movie theater, right? If you leave now, you'll just about make it in time. Hurry up!
I took a bus here.
No way!
Maybe you've forgotten. I mentioned it before, but the car is unavailable during the day. Arthur's car is in for maintenance right now, so he's been using mine for commuting.
Maintenance? Why didn't you say that sooner?
I've told you many times before, but you keep asking for the car. I thought you were just making unreasonable demands as usual.
Fine. You're such an incompetent daughter-in-law. If I had known, I would have just taken a taxi from the beginning.
Are you okay, hon? Arthur, aren't you busy at work?
It's lunch break now, so it's all good. Anyway, Mom sent me a ton of texts, like a flood of complaints. She complained that she was late for the movie because of you, and her friend was mad. Also, the taxi fare was so expensive that she had no money now. There are a bunch of other complaints too.
Oh, that. She completely forgot about the car being in for maintenance. She was really pushing me to drive her to the movie theater.
Geez, that's impossible.
I was already at the obstetrician's, and I explained again why I couldn't physically drive. Sounded like she understood and decided to take a taxi herself since she was late.
I see. I'm really sorry she caused trouble. She's always been forceful. Living nearby is an issue too.
Oh well, it's not something new. I'll just let it slide.
But I'm starting to worry about you and the baby. It's a bit late now, but do you want to take a refugee at your parents' temporarily?
Why?
Being so harsh on a pregnant woman who's about to give birth. Honestly, my own mother scares me. And about her bullying, I regret not noticing it until recently.
No, it's not your fault. I didn't talk to you about it.
Knowing you didn't want to badmouth her to me, right? Still, the fact that I couldn't protect you is the truth. So, please let me keep you safe this time.
Oh, thanks, hon. But I've already decided where to give birth, you know. Transferring at this stage might be difficult, I think.
I think we might be able to manage that somehow.
Oh, yeah?
My colleague has a relative who's an obstetrician. He recently opened a clinic near your parents' place. Maybe we can ask for their help.
Really? Then let's do that, shall we?
Yeah, let's talk about the details when I get home tonight.
All right, got it.
Honey, I'm back, but you're not here. I just got home. Are you out shopping or something?
Arthur, please come help me.
What's going on? Where are you?
Your mom suddenly showed up just before you came back, and she dragged me to her house.
What the? But why?
She said it was punishment for not giving her a ride and ordered me to clean the house and go grocery shopping for her.
Seriously?
Oh, I didn't actually obey her orders. I just pretended to go along because I was scared of resisting and causing any harm to the baby.
I see.
So, when she hopped in the shower, I slipped away. But my stomach's feeling tight now, and I'm feeling uncomfortable. Wait, so you're not at her place now, right? Where are you? I'm sitting on a bench in front of a post office in our neighborhood. Can you come pick me up? Got it. I'll be right there.
God damn you, Nadine! Who do you think you are? You left without my permission the other day and didn't even contact me at all. You are not at the apartment. Where have you gone?
Good morning, Lisa.
I'm asking where you've gone.
I'm at my parents' place.
What? Wait, are you at my place?
No, I meant my own parents' home.
What on earth? Why have you gone there?
I've decided to stay here until I give birth.
What? Staying with your parents? I opposed that decision, didn't I? You married into this family, so your parents are practically strangers now. But you just don't listen, do you? Disobeying my orders and returning there is not acceptable.
It was Arthur's idea, you know.
Arthur?
Even if you oppose it, it means nothing if my husband approves, right?
Well,
when you dragged me to your house the other day, my stomach started to tighten and it was very painful. He picked me up and rushed me to the hospital. Everything was fine though. When I felt better, I decided to stay with my parents. Despite my condition, Arthur took really good care of me and made sure I safely got here.
Just running away for your own convenience. You're overly dramatic about everything.
Overly dramatic? If something happened to our baby, would you take responsibility? I won't risk dangers accompanying your whims during such a crucial time right before my due date.
Whose whims are you talking about? Don't be so spoiled about it.
I don't think those are words coming from someone who has experienced childbirth.
How dare you! Let me tell you, when I was pregnant with Arthur, I managed all the household chores by myself until the very end. These days, you young people rush to the hospital over every little thing. You're all so spoiled.
Well, not every pregnancy fits into the same category. Some might have various risks to consider. I don't think everyone's being overly spoiled, you know. In any case, the transfer has already been completed and it's not feasible for me to return now.
Listen carefully. I said I was against you going back to your parents. Whatever the reason, I won't allow you.
I've told you Arthur suggested I return. I don't need your permission. Excuse me, but I need to rest now.
Nadine, divorce Arthur.
What's this all of a sudden?
I must say, I ended up with quite an absurd daughter-in-law. I was scolded by Arthur the other day. Seems like he's fallen completely under your spell or something. It's really troublesome.
Spell?
So, I seriously thought about it. I've decided to introduce him to a better girl. You should get divorced after giving birth.
That's quite an extreme idea.
No, it's the obvious choice. Protecting my son from a bad woman is a mother's duty.
Well, why not? Okay.
Really? Oh my, you're surprisingly compliant. But it's for the best. We'll have to proceed with the divorce discussion with Arthur now.
Don't worry, he's already on board with it. We talked and decided together.
Oh, I see. Well, finally you decided to obey me. It's ironic that it's regarding the divorce though. I'll have to find a good lawyer for him. As soon as I find one, I'll have him start the process, okay? Oh, by the way, I'll raise the grandchild. Contact me as soon as the baby is born. I'll come to pick up my grandchild and start the adoption process. Obviously, you won't be recognized as a mother. I'll make sure to state that in the document too. Listen, idiot, that's enough. You've been blabbering nonsense just because I don't stop you. Excuse me? Telling me to divorce and hand over my child? Who the heck do you think you are? Nadine? You can't even consider the feelings of Arthur, the son you gave birth enduring the pain because you are such a toxic parent. No wonder you feel nothing about bullying me, his wife. Why would I hand over a precious treasure to an extremely unreasonable knucklehead like you? Hold on, what's got into you?
Oops, I apologize. I was just so taken aback by your outrageous remarks that I, slipped.
Slipped? You just made some really terrible comments.
I'm sorry. Maybe it's because of my hormones going wild. My emotions got the better of me. It's a relief we are not meeting face to face.
How dare you act so defiant just because of divorce is decided?
That was my true feelings, though. I don't want to talk or text with you anymore, so I'll hand over the baton to Arthur now.
Wait, what? I'm not finished! Mom? Arthur? What's wrong with Nadine talking to me so rudely? She's going through a really crucial time right now. You need to back off. Hey, the divorce is happening, right? What in the crazy world are you talking about? But she told me so. We don't need that girl in our family. She's not suitable for you. So, get rid of her and come back to my place, okay? I'll find you a good lawyer. Snatch some alimony and grab custody of the baby. I haven't finished what I want to say, Mom. Oh, sure. Go ahead and tell me. We are not getting divorced. She just went along with you to avoid causing more headaches. Huh? But that's crazy. How is it crazy when we are about to have a baby? It's not unheard of, you know. Many people do it. By the way, we moved too. Why don't you come back home and live with me? I requested a transfer at work. It's far from your place, so moving back isn't an option. What's going on? Mom, do you know how to change a husband's surname to a wife's? Change a surname? It was a little complex with a court petition, a lot of paperwork, and a court hearing. Hold on a sec. Arthur, are you saying... This is the first time I'm telling you, but during my middle school years, there was a time I acted out after Dad and you divorced, right? It escalated, and I was about to get involved with some wrong people when Nadine snapped me out of it. She yelled at me saying, "Stop feeling sorry for yourself and start owning your life." Did she? You mean she bullied you? What a savage woman! Why focus on that point in this conversation? Because she yelled at you, my beloved son. I can't seem to get my point across at all. What do you mean? I thought you would cherish what I cherish and support me as I became a father. But I've been looking out for you, haven't I? Even now, I'm desperately trying to protect you from that overbearing wife, you know? I give up. I won't try to make you understand anymore. Huh? I've always appreciated everything you've done for me. But since I'm married, my first priority is to protect my wife and the unborn child. I can't stay close to someone who disrespects what I cherish the most. Arthur? Listen to me.
Just come home for once anyway. I intend to take care of my grandchild without relying on Nadine and...
I won't let you see our baby.
What are you saying? I'll adopt a grandchild?
Talking to you right now is getting nowhere. You probably don't understand why I chose to take her surname either.
That's because she pressured you into it, right? She's such a ferocious woman yelling at a man.
It's useless after all.
Huh?
Goodbye, Mom.
Wait, what? Arthur?
The next morning, Lisa stormed into my parents' place, yelling to give her back her son. But I was already admitted to the hospital due to the construction starting early in the morning. Of course, Arthur was on the way there for the birth. Both my parents happened to be out, so she was supposed to give up and leave. But guess what? She accidentally barged into the wrong house and went into her neighbor's place. She caused quite a ruckus and ended up with a hefty bill of $30,000 in property damages. Later on, Arthur's uncle, who's her older brother, took her back to their hometown in the countryside. She's now working tirelessly from morning till night to pay off the $30,000 debt she owes him for covering her expenses. She's got no proper work experience, and with that kind of personality, she's constantly being scolded by her boss and disliked by her colleagues. She's living a tough life.
Aunt Anita, are you free right now?
Melissa, you're as abrupt as ever. I'm not exactly free, but what's up?
I've got something I want to talk to you about.
What's it about? I'm busy, so get to the point.
Geez, don't be so catty. You're the only one I can rely on, you know.
What is it this time? You have parents, don't you? Seriously, rely on them for a change.
Oh, come on, don't say that. I'm like your daughter anyway, right?
You're strictly my niece, nothing more.
All right then, hear out your cute niece's request, please.
What's the request?
So, I'm thinking of studying abroad. I need money for that.
What? Studying abroad? Where?
I haven't decided yet. Well, it could be Spain, but a lot of kids go there. It's boring to do the same as everyone else, you know. So, maybe France, Germany, even Japan.
Seriously? You don't even know where you want to go? Aren't you a high school senior preparing for university? Isn't planning to study abroad now a bit reckless?
Nah, it'll be fine. I'm already deciding which outfits to take. I'm prepared.
That doesn't mean you're prepared at all. Besides, what do you want to achieve by studying abroad? If you don't have a clear goal, it's totally pointless, you know.
You're so rude. I've got plenty of goals. I want to try different cuisines from various countries, make friends with foreigners. And hey, wouldn't it be cool to have a foreign boyfriend? Most of all, living abroad sounds stylish, you know.
It's not about that, though. But do you want to study so badly that you need to go abroad for it?
A foreign language or something like that. You know, they say if you want to master a foreign language quickly, living in a country where it's spoken is the fastest way to do it.
You can study Spanish, French, and all the others here. There are language schools for that.
And in the internet age, you can learn so much, right? You don't have to pay money to go abroad for that, do you? Please, Aunt Anita, you don't get it. There's meaning in going to the actual place. If I make a lot of local friends, learning will be quicker, you know? So, in the end, you just want to travel and study foreign languages, huh? No, if I go, I'll find other stuff I want to do. Can you please help me with the study abroad funds? You ask so easily, but do you have any idea how much it costs to send one kid abroad? And why should I fork out that kind of unnecessary money for someone who isn't even my own child? If you're serious about it, then work and earn your own money. And before consulting me, shouldn't you talk to your own parents first? I don't want to. Dad would totally flip out if I told him. Mom would say no money, so it's a no-go there too. I can only rely on you. Please, I'll pay you back as soon as I make it big. Listen, even if you do go, what about where you live? What about your living expenses? You don't have any local contacts in case of an emergency, right? Safety might not be like here either. With such unclear reasons for it, you'll likely fall behind. I can't throw away that much money on that. Why do you always talk about the negatives? It'll be fine. I got this. I don't want to invest in baseless, it'll be fine. If your goal is just to travel and learn some language, why not wait till you earn money and then go on a trip? That's not it. It's pointless to travel when I'm an adult. Anyone can do that. It's cool for a high schooler to study abroad. God, Antonita, you're an idiot. I'm an idiot? Since you will never get married, you should be nice to me. Huh? If you don't give me money, I won't take care of you in the future. I'll be just fine without your help, you know. I don't want to rely on you anyway. Liar! Mom says otherwise. You're single and won't have kids. So I'm the only one you can rely on when you get old. She says you listen to everything I say. Wow, does she really say that? I see. So that's how it is. This is seriously ridiculous. I'm done dealing with your family now. What? But I need the funds to study abroad. None of my business. Figure it out yourself. Don't come to me anymore. Wait, Aunt Anita! I'm desperate! I'm figuring things out, so please listen to me! Don't bother me with calls. Bye! Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video!